Alrighty guys, here is some more Digimon gameplay. We have my Grandracmon going up against a Magnamon Armor Rush deck. And this is actually an older iteration of Grandracmon. This one got 5th place at a locals. And, you know, after this, you're kind of going to see why I switched things up. It's because I felt some things were a little too slow, some things, like the control elements, a bit too narrow. So after making a bunch of changes, I actually got 2nd at my locals out of 18 people both times. And, well, I'll be sure to show you some gameplay of that 2nd place deck, which I'm still changing around, still editing, and let's get into this match. So, I didn't see who got the high roll, but it is my opponent here, Lorenzo. He plays out the Vmon instead of digivolving up, looking for the search, and he finds the Magnamon and the Vmon, but he grabs the Vmon instead, and I think it's because the Magnamons aren't free. I'm not sure. I don't remember what that one searches for exactly. But you can see this Dracmon goes down, and I actually play out the Black Izzy because this is when I had a lot more black cards in my deck. I had Black Izzy, I had the entire Dex line, I had the Tapirmons, so I could take advantage of Maki. And here he goes for another search, the memory boost swinging in with that Vmon, hitting the Tapirmon. And we're going to see what else I can do from here. So going up into that Dex line, discarding so I can digivolve for 1 less, which it looks like I did. I was going to say I forgot to, but it's for 3 and then 2, and I was set to 3, so already going up into Matadormon, another Digimon that I replaced with Skull Greymon, which is a very good tech. Going up into the Gazimon and raiding, going up to the Sangloopmon right now, still looking for that level 6, I think, because otherwise I'd be able to do the combo with the Matadormon, and I play out an Eismon. So I have a lot of setup right here, and now it's just a matter of, you know, actually getting it to work. Jamming Vmon goes through the Death Xmon, goes up into the armor, gives it the +1 security, so armor gets purged, still gets the +1 security, and the jamming Vmon survives, taking out a level 7 and 2 level 6s out of my security. Pops the memory boost for some more memory. And he is looking to see what he can do here. Digivolves up into the Magnamon, and it is going to restand. Swings again. Blows through all of my security. There's 4 level 6s in my security, which is hilarious. And now he just needs to play out another rookie, and I will lose. Instead, he Mega Deaths away my level 5. Now I only have 5 memory to work with, as you know, I have all my setup, but now I have no security because the aggro just out-aggroed me. So I go up into the Matadormon, gonna swing into the Vmon with the Eismon, and then Matadormon is gonna digivolve up into the Grandracmon. I'm gonna discard something first to get the +3000. Not that it's very necessary, but it is another target to be able to digivolve up with the Grandracmon. So Grandrac is gonna go up into the Dracmon. I get to put the Dex line again, the Dex Greymon, into my hand. It survives the attack, and because it survives the attack, I'm going to go up into the level 5 so I can have another strong attacker next turn, which in retrospect was probably the wrong idea, because if he has Lobomon or any other hybrid, he can, well, can't exactly swing for game, but now he would be able to, which he does. So I should have digivolved up into that Blocker Retaliation Dex, which you know, was definitely in the graveyard, and I just didn't think about the Lobomon, because this is not actually my friend's deck. This is Princess's deck. He's just piloting it right now. And, well, it kicked my ass in that first game. This second game you're going to see, I'm going to go first, and it's going to be much of the same story. Tapirmon comes down. That's the on deletion, draw 1, trash 1. Then I play out the Psychmon, so players can't do stuff with their players can't reduce play costs, which I don't really have much of in my deck because I gain back memory. He chokes me to 1, and, you know, push up, swing, it's a Davis. You hate to see it. He searches and gets a blue Digimon right there in the Magnamon, and now I'm going to swing with the Psychmon. Psychmon lives the attack, play out a Dracmon so I can maybe start stacking things, but you see, there goes the Maki, there goes the deck into my hand. And this is kind of where it gets awkward, because the decks, like, sure, you can discard to, you know, decrease the Digi-Evolution cost, But the reason why I took it out is because it was kind of inconsistent. Like, I wouldn't always be able to get that discard because the discard is very narrow, whereas with other Digimon, I basically get discards for free, and draw and discards for free. So that's why I took out the Dex line in the first place. Like, sure, it was good control, but it just was like playing two different decks. Like, if I wanted to play the Dex line, I would have played, you know, the X-antibody black package. The purple and the black don't really work that well together because it's just too inconsistent. So now, after he does a lot of shenanigans, pushes up, he has that 11k pseudo blocker, and you see I swing in. Tapirmon does die, so I get the draw one, trash one, and at this point, I am way behind. I don't have any level 4s. I'm deciding what to trash, or maybe it was just on deletion draw one. I'm not sure what that Tapirmon does anymore. But there I'm going to use Death X Evolution to go up into the level 4 from the grave because I didn't have one in my hand, or rather I did have one in my hand, but this one now has blocker retaliation for the turn. And so with that, you know, I could swing, go up into the level 5 if I had it in the grave, or, you know, try to do something. You can see I'm thinking really hard, don't know what to do. Just gonna fly bullet the Magnamon, which doesn't really do much because it just goes back into its own security. I gave him a shitload of memory, and now, well, I do have blocker retaliation, but that is an armor purge, and he has a lot of ways to restand. We know that, so he's going to Mega Death it away anyway, and then he's going to start going hog wild. And we're going to watch it because he has that fire rocket in his hand already. He can go for 2 checks here. Does put it down, goes down to 0 memory. I get the Izzy, which misses, but I like the Izzy because it allows me to rearrange the top cards of my deck and I can see what's coming, but at the same time, it feels bad when you see 3 bricks on top of your library. And by library, I mean deck. We're not playing Magic right now. Just goes back up into the raising, so I have, you know, I have to swing twice into this Magnamon if I want to get rid of it, but I do get set, and I have both my chokers down, but I don't have anything to really deal with this board. So you're going to see I Digivolve up. Discard, I draw for Digievolution. There really is not much I can do here. And I'm probably just going to scoop it up because he has 2 attackers, one that I just can't get rid of. Iron Fist and Onslaught because I can't do anything. And we scoop it. So yeah, you can see why I kind of disliked the black line because, again, it feels like playing 2 different decks. And I feel like I'm wasting more resources than I gain with that Dex line. The Tapirmons and the double colors, again, the Maki does really well for me. It thins the deck by, you know, getting one of those double colors and maybe grabbing a rookie for me, but even then the Tapirmons are not very strong, especially the purple ones. So we just go up into 3 memory. We have a way to discount so we can save some memory, but again, it's a little too inconsistent for my taste. It's just not enough, I feel like. So he just goes up into that Flame Dramon, I think it's called. As I Digivolve up for 1, basically, which is nice, but Matadormon, we pass over 2 memory, and now he has a bunch of swings he can do because he has Vmon jamming, and the armor purge right there, which is not going to get purged. Vmon thinking about swinging in with jamming. He's going to swing in, and it does indeed live. It's going to Digivolve up and restand into that Magnamon 1 memory, and I don't have a setter, but what I also can't do is Digivolve into something from the grave. There's the Dracmon on board now, and you know, when the combo goes live, I can do it. I'm going to swing into the Flame Dramon discard, and I'm not sure how I'm doing that, Grandracmon, because I don't have the inheritable that lets me do that. So I cheat right there, and you're going to watch because I'm still going to lose this game. I guess I was just too eager to start doing this combo, but that kind of is the combo. You discard with the Matadormon, and then you go up afterwards, swings into the Death X-Mon, the jamming Vmon survives. He has, you know, just 1 more security to crack through. And, you know, getting rid of that extra attacker does help a lot. And then we both realized, like, wait a minute, that had armor on it, so you still have that VMon. So he could swing in and break that last shield. He is going to Hammer Spark, go up into the Lydramon, tap down the Sangloopmon, and we'll see him swing into Sangloopmon. Get rid of that. And then, again, he has 3 attackers. I have only 2, if we're being generous. I have 1 security. He's building up in that raising area, a place I cannot do anything about. And, you know, even though I cheated and put this Grandracmon down, I go up into 2 memory. I don't discard anything because I don't think I have anything in hand. So I go up into the level 5, the Dextergreymon, to pop the other VMon, clear the board out, and, you know, it is looking good for your boy. But we have to be wary about giving him too much memory, which if we give him 3, then that means he could swing in. If his armor purges, then he goes up into a Magnamon and, you know, he just gets it. But there we see, we give him another swing in. It's Davis, Igazimon, so he can't gain any more memory, but there is the check. Lobo for game, and that is it. So even when the Grandracmon deck cheats, it still loses. So, again, this is why I made changes to the deck, and in the next video, I'm going to be showing you that those changes that I made. Here is a 4th game that I'm going to kind of just talk over, because I'm 99% sure I just lose this one too. And a lot of the changes I made to this deck are to be faster. So I took out the Eismon package for the Black Gatomon with Rush, because when it comes out of the grave, it can rush. And you get that Digi-Evolution for free, basically. So it's just an extra attacker on board that has won me so many games at my local. And even just in friendlies, it wins you games. Like right there, you see I have the Eismon scatter mode swinging in. It has jamming, which like 80% of the time it does have jamming, so I'm like, you know what, let me sub it out for something better. Tapirmons I subbed out for like starter deck Gabumons, and then of course you have to have the full Grandrac package, but he swings in, armor does not get purged. And even though I am too wide on this board, I'm not really anywhere close to my package, which that is something else I included in this deck because of more draw and discard. I added some Labramons for more draw discard. The level 5s I run right now, because I kind of go wide, I have 1 Chimeramon because, again, you know, the Eismon had jamming so many times that I figure, well, swing, swing, restand, swing, and then go into the level 6 with the Chimeramon. So you get, like, so many checks. If everything survives, and even if it doesn't, the Chimeramon can bring something back from the grave, put it underneath, and then you can continue the combo anyway. The only thing that sucks is it is a 4 cost that really can't be reduced, but that's really the only trouble about it. So we see I finally do get the Eismon proc. Draw 3, discard 2. You can see I do discard some undeads and dark animals. I swing in, purge the armor. I don't really have much else to do. So instead we'll de-digivolve and then wipe the board with that Ultimate Flare, which is a very good card, and I was very afraid of it in my Commandramon matchup, where it de-digivolved my Grandrac and did a lot of good stuff, but it wasn't enough, because this deck, again, gets really fast. And right now, you know, if you do like the Dex line as your package, that's fine. It's not a bad way to play it, you know. There he is going, swinging, getting more checks, restanding with all of the armor he's getting. So just getting absolute full value out of everything he's doing right there. Swinging through my level 4, clearing my board. I have nothing. And even though my graveyard is full, I'm not going to be able to really do anything combo-wise, which at the end of the day, this deck is a combo deck. It's not very high roll. It's just you need a rookie, a level 4, and then, you know, if they die, that's fine, because at that point, hopefully you get whatever inheritable you need, either the Dracmon or the Sangloopmon, and you use that to, you know, start comboing off and getting that stuff back from the grave. And that's also why, I don't think you'll see it in the next video, but I actually have the Skullgreymon that kills itself after attack, you know, with security +1. So that one is a very interesting tech. And it does work, I will say. So swinging in, Can he win the game right here with a Lobomon? Nah, he just does it with the Lydramon. So that is it for this set of matches. Armor Rush still very strong. Grandracmon looking very weak right there, but like I said, I made a lot of changes to it. Look forward to the next video where you will see those changes highlighted. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.